I'm back. I wasn't planning on taking a break or disappearing for a while. I did actually have a few videos filmed and I'm still going to edit those and upload those, but something happened and that like threw me off and I didn't upload for a few weeks and I'm sorry. But I'm back. But yeah, I thought I could just edit and upload those videos I'd already filmed, but I thought before I do that I want to kind of explain where I've been and explain what happened without going too much into detail about my life. But I thought it's not like I owe anything, but I just would rather come back, say what's happened and like not pretend like everything's normal, because everything's a little bit strange at the moment. I'll tell you while I do my makeup. So yeah, I'm doing my makeup today. It's nothing special, but I just wanted to sit down, chat with you, and also put my face on for the day. So that's what we're doing. So I'm starting out with the Clinique Anti-Blemish Solutions BB Cream with SPF 40. I did used to use the foundation of this, and you might have like heard me mention it so many times, and I do still have the foundation, probably will still wear it occasionally, but I just much prefer this, especially because it has SPF in it for summer. I mean, it's raining today and it's very cloudy, so I don't really need it. Well, you should wear SPF anyway. Yeah, I prefer this because the coverage for me is nicer. My skin's kind of behaving better at the moment anyway. But yeah, also I just prefer the formula to the foundation. Something about it works better with my skin, it goes on nicer, and even though it's less full coverage, it seems to like give me more coverage somehow. But yeah, putting that on my face, I'm not sure if what I said just made sense, probably not, but you know, my mind is a little bit rusty at the moment. I haven't filmed. Can a mind even be rusty? I'm not even sure. Yeah, it's probably going to take me a little while to get my words out because I've not filmed in a fair old amount of time. With this, I just put it all over my face and then I blend it in with a brush. I just feel like that's how it works better. I did used to put it on with my fingers, but I don't now. I use a brush. So moving on to where I've been and why I haven't been uploading. Basically, I went through a sort of breakup. I don't really want to call it a breakup because it was never anything official, but we were seeing each other exclusively for quite a while, and like it wasn't the first time we'd seen each other as well. Like, it's a long old complicated situation and I don't want to like explain my romantic life too much because it involves another person, and yeah, I just don't like sharing that sort of information anyway. But that's basically what threw me off because we were all good. I mean, it's so hard to explain without like giving away everything, and I don't want to like disrespect him either by just putting our life out there. But yeah, we were seeing each other exclusively for a while. We said from the beginning we didn't want anything serious, which is why it never progressed into a relationship or anything, because we were both very much of the like mindset that it's nothing serious, like we're gonna take things slow, what happens happens. But like, we entered into it thinking this isn't going to be serious, and we had a few like moments along the way where we had to like reinforce like we're not looking for something serious, we don't want a relationship right now. But I think as much as we tried to establish that, it was becoming serious just because feelings develop, and even though you might be saying yeah but we don't want something serious, feelings automatically make it more serious. And like, if we'd carried on, then it would have just become very messy and very hurtful. Like, I was still very hurt by it, but like if we'd carried on, then I can't imagine how much hurt that would have caused. So it's very good that like we have broken things off and we're still friends, and like I saw him the other day. But yeah, the kind of, I don't want to say breakup because it wasn't like a breakup, but like a breaking things off situation did hurt me. It did like, I don't know, I hate talking about this stuff and I really hate talking about things that involve another person. But yeah, it did hurt me and it did massively throw me off, and I was for a few days like really struggling to accept the fact that we were no more. But then after like, I'd say it took me about 3 days of like just questioning why it happened, like why now, what's going on, what changed, all of that. And then after that I kind of just started reflecting on it and thinking this is for the best. Like, we need to move on, we need to be friends. Like, we get on so well, which is one of the things I was struggling with, because whenever I've said to someone in the past we'll still be friends, I've not seen any of those people again. Like, we're still civil, but like, we're not friends, and friends see each other and do things together. And I think what upset me most is that we've said we'll be friends, but will we actually be friends? Like, are we actually going to do things as friends? But yeah, we have seen each other as friends one time since, because it was like my birthday pub crawl, and he was invited and he asked if he was still like able to come, and I was like, of course, like, if we're gonna be friends, let's be friends. But ideally we probably shouldn't have seen each other so soon, because like, when you break things off, even though you might think you're okay, there's still those feelings there. And even though like I did have a really nice time with him as friends, and I was like, I can actually see him as a friend, we know we can't see each other for a while because there are still feelings there. So yeah, I don't even know if you can tell how uncomfortable I am talking about this, but yeah, basically I disappeared for a while because I had a kind of breakup thing. I'm good, he's good, I think, I hope. He's good. And then the week after, or at the end of the same week, so like the breakup, don't know what to call it, happened at the beginning of the week, and then at the end of the week I was going on holiday. So that also helped me to like get over it, because I was away enjoying myself, or trying to enjoy myself, and I was kind of like out of the same environment that I'd been in like with him, kind of, if that makes sense. But it also meant that I couldn't film and edit because I didn't have my camera or my laptop or anything. But yeah, that did massively help, and I've realised I'm just talking and not even doing my makeup. So I'm doing some concealer using the Glossier, what's it called? Stretch concealer. It's right there, I was reading it and still couldn't figure it out. I'm dumb. But yeah, using that concealer under my eyes, I'll carry on talking. So yeah, I went on a holiday that week, which definitely helped. Like, I wasn't really thinking about it constantly, but then when I had opportunities, like when I was sunbathing or something, I would kind of reflect on the situation, because like, obviously it's not going to completely leave your mind when it's happened so soon. Like, no matter what you're doing, it's still going to be there a little bit. But yeah, when I was like sunbathing and stuff, I was just kind of reflecting on it, and that's probably when I solidly came to the conclusion that it happened for the best. Like, I was kind of starting to feel that way before I went on holiday, but then when I was on holiday, I was really realising that, yeah, this has really happened for the best, because now I can go do what I want to be doing. Even though, like, he wasn't stopping me from doing that at all, but the way I felt about him made me not want to go and do the things I wanted to do, because it would involve not really seeing him. But yeah, like, I'm young, I'm only 21. Oh yeah, I had a birthday while I was away. But yeah, I'm young, like, I should be doing the things I want to be doing. I've got plenty of time to settle down with someone and start a family and a career and all of that, but now is not the right time for me to be doing that. There's so much more I want to be doing with my life, and that's the like realization I came to when I was away. I was like, I don't want to just have that really, I don't want to say like it's a boring life, because loads of people do it. Like, they graduate, they get a job, they settle down, life's good. And if that works for people, that works for them. Like, if that's what you want to be doing, good, go for it. But I've always thought, like, I don't want to just settle into a career that I'm not really into. Like, I don't actually mind having a career that I'm not really into later in life, but when I'm young, I want to go and experience things. I want to do things while I'm young. I don't want to be like on my deathbed thinking, kind of wish I'd done that, but couldn't because I was seeing this guy, didn't want to leave him. But now I'm like, I can be selfish, and that wouldn't work if I was in a relationship. And I kind of like that I've got the opportunity to be a bit selfish now, because I think I kind of need that. And I know it doesn't sound the best that I'm like, oh yay, now I can be selfish, but I always put other people ahead of me, and I've now realised, no, I'm gonna put myself first, and no one's gonna stop me. So I've now got some very exciting plans that I'm massively looking forward to, and I feel sometimes really guilty saying that, because I'm almost saying as if like people have been holding me back and like people have been getting in the way of things, but it's not that at all. Like, I was stopping myself from doing things because of the way I felt about certain things. I don't even know if I'm making sense. Also, I'm doing my eyebrows now using the NYX Tame Frame tinted brow pomade. Yeah, so basically I've now got the opportunity to be selfish with what I want to do and not really have to consider how it's going to affect other people. Like, obviously I have to consider my friends and family and that sort of thing, but if I was to get into a relationship or something, that would obviously have to be a massive consideration. But now I can be like, no, I'm gonna do what I want to do. So I'm looking into going to Australia for a year, or maybe even more. It depends like what sort of job I could get out there. But yeah, I'm thinking of applying for a working holiday visa and working out there for about a year, and then if I got one of those jobs that meant that I could apply for the extended visa, I'd potentially do that. But like, that's something I've always wanted to go to Australia, but more as a kind of holiday thing. But now I'm like, why don't I just go there for a while? Like, there's nothing here for me. That's also another thing that kind of started sparking these things. Like last month I was like really emotional to my friend. I was like, I feel like I've got nothing here anymore. Like I was still seeing this guy at this time as well, which sounds really rude saying I felt like I've got nothing here, but like I felt like I had no purpose. I wasn't feeling fulfilled at all, and I realised that's because I was just heading for this really standard life that I didn't want. Like, I was heading towards the settling down, getting a career, saving for a house. Like, that's the kind of thing that I was heading towards, and I've never wanted that, so I don't know why I was heading towards that. And if I'd continued heading that way, then there'd always be this part of me that would feel a bit like unfulfilled and frustrated, even though I'd be happy because I'd be like with the guy and like I'd be like getting a job and like that would all be happy. But there'd always be this part of me that's like, you haven't gone and done this though, and you haven't gone and done that. And I think now is the perfect time to actually go and do that, and I actually feel like I've got purpose again, which I feel so mean saying. And it's not like anyone was stopping me from having a purpose. Like, it was all myself stopping myself from going and doing things. Like, no one was holding me back. But now I can kind of stop worrying about how my plans are going to affect other people. Like, my friends will support me through this. They know I'll be coming back. But yeah, before that can even happen, I need to get some sort of job, save up a little bit more money, because I've got the amount that's recommended to have to get in there, but I would like a little bit more of a safety net because I'm just, yeah, I'm a little bit cautious. But yeah, I feel like I have just rambled about my personal life for a good old while, and I'm not even sure any of it made sense, and I'm probably oversharing because I just really don't like speaking about my personal life, especially when it involves another person quite close to you. Like, I really don't like talking about relationshipy things or seeing people things. That's why I've never really mentioned people before, because I always just, yeah, I feel a bit odd about talking about someone because they are a person, obviously. But like, yeah, I don't like talking about things that involve another person because it's not my place really to say some stuff. Like, I know I'm not saying any names, like obviously you're not gonna know who it is, but I just still feel a bit weird about it. Like, if someone was to talk about me, even if they weren't saying my name, I'd still know it was about me, and I think I'd feel a little bit weird about that. So if I've been very vague, I'm sorry, but I also did want to explain where I've been and what my plans are, and I'm really excited to potentially be going to Australia. Like, I used to think like it would be great if I could go to Australia, but now it's kind of turning into I'm really looking forward to when I go to Australia, so it's kind of becoming a more solid plan, and I'm really excited for that. And it feels good to actually feel like I'm finding a purpose and like fulfilling my things. I don't know what I'm saying. I think that's a common theme in this video. I never know what I'm saying. But also I understand that people can go and experience these things with another person. So like, if I did get into a relationship, that wouldn't necessarily have meant that I couldn't go and like live and work in Australia, but it would definitely have been a different situation. Like, I'd have to either consider that I'd have someone back home not waiting for me, but like, you know, connected to me, or they'd have to come with, and that might not be what they want to do, or I don't know, it's just having to consider someone else, and that's not what I want to do right now. I do want to be a bit selfish, and I don't want that to make me sound like a bad person, but I'm never really selfish, and I'd like to just do something that I want to do, not have to consider how it affects other people. I really hate saying that because I just sound like a horrible person. But I'm also excited just to meet new people and just like experience life in a different way. I think because I've literally lived in the same house, the same village my whole life, I'm just a little bit suffocated here now. And I didn't even go to uni somewhere else. Like, I went to uni fairly locally, so I would drive there and come home every night, and it's like I've not really left this area, and I need to do that. I'm quite an adventurous person, and it's kind of just restricting me here and suffocating me, and I don't want that. I want to breathe and not be suffocated. So while I was rambling, I was just putting the NYX tinted brown mascara on my eyebrows, and now I'm going to move on to my eyes, and I'm actually using the Soap & Glory Wonder Bronze bronzer, which is a bronzer, so it's not intended for your eyes, but there's no rules, you can't stop me. And yeah, I'm just going to like swirl this brush in it a little bit and whack it on my eyelids like the professional beauty guru I am. Can't even say guru right. Guru. That's a really weird word. So yeah, what I do is I basically lightly dust this in the crease. Dust it? Is that a... I don't know. I basically put it in the crease a little bit. Lovely. And then I put it under my eyes as well. You probably should use a smaller brush for this because this is quite a big brush, but I'm not getting another brush out. Don't want to. It's really subtle, but it also just adds a certain something. Wow. Great description. And then I'm just going to take this angled brush, which is supposed to be for your eyebrows, but I'm using it on my eyes because rule breaker. And I'm going to use this dark kind of grey browny shade, and I'm just going to put that on my upper lash line on just like the outer edge, just to give a little bit of darkness there. And then I'm just going in with my normal mascara, which is the Natural Collection Definition Mascara, just because it's cheap, it works, why not? I feel like I've done a lot of talking but also not really said a lot. I guess it was because it was a lot about the same situation, but I guess I didn't really talk about my holiday and the fact that I turned 21. So like, I went on holiday because it was my 21st birthday, so that was like my 21st birthday present, and I went to Sorrento in Italy, and then like from there I went to Pompeii and Herculaneum and Capri, and it was like a really nice time. I went with my mum. I did kind of get a bit frustrated with her a lot because I'm very different from my family. We have a lot of different beliefs and like we're different people. That's probably the best way to say it. But yeah, I did get a bit frustrated just because when you're like with someone that much, like obviously I love my mum, don't get me wrong, like I do love her, we do get on so well. When you're just with that one person for a whole week and you're quite different and want to be doing different things and that sort of thing, it can get a bit frustrating. But again, I love my mum, she's the best, love her. But yeah, I was just getting a little bit annoyed, and I think because of the whole situation as well, I wasn't in the like most fantastic mood. I was in a really good mood while I was away, and it did make me realise I do want to be out of England and like exploring things, but like obviously that situation was still a little bit on my mind, and I think my mum obviously realised that and cut me a bit of slack. But I know I can get a bit agitated and a bit not nasty, but like if I'm frustrated I sometimes find it hard to hide that, and it's really weird because it happens more with my family than with any of my friends. Like so many of my friends are like, oh, you're just so easygoing and like all of that, but when it comes to my family I'm not as easygoing. I don't know what they do, but I think it's probably like our differences in that they just kind of get in the way of me being as easygoing as I'd like to be. Not that I'm blaming my family for making me not so easygoing, but like, you know, when you like clash personalities a bit, it's a bit harder to be so happy-go-lucky and easygoing when you're a bit like ugh. But yeah, being away on holiday was lovely. I didn't enjoy my birthday, but I never do, because I think I stressed the whole time about like who's gonna say happy birthday, and like I just stressed that I should be enjoying it and I should be doing a certain something because it's my birthday. But in reality it's just another day. Like you don't have to do anything, you can just pretend it's not your birthday if you want. But yeah, I never enjoy my birthday, never have, probably never will. Like I don't know what it is, don't like it. So I also took my birthday off Facebook this year because I just didn't, not that I don't want people knowing it's my birthday, but I just felt like that would take some of the pressure off, and it did, it definitely did. I don't really know why I posted on Instagram that it was my birthday, because that probably didn't help my stress of like who's gonna say happy birthday and like yeah, that probably didn't help with hiding the fact it was my birthday, because I literally announced it was my birthday. But I think I was kind of conflicted because I was like, I should be celebrating that it's my birthday, but I don't want to be. And I think next year I'm just gonna not bother saying anything, because I just don't like my birthday. I don't like getting older. I don't like, I was gonna say I don't like attention. I do quite like attention, but I like attention when I want attention, not when I feel like I should have attention, if that makes sense. Like, I don't like there being a reason for having attention. I don't know what I'm saying. Basically, like, I'm not gonna lie and say I don't like attention. I do, but when you feel like you should have attention, like on your birthday, I don't like it, if that makes sense. So just to give me a little bit of colour on my face, I'm gonna use the Glossier Dew Effect highlighter, is that what it's called? Wow, in Topaz. And I'm just gonna put that on my cheeks a bit, just to give a little bit of an orangey bronzy glow. This is so subtle, but I just really like it. Like, I don't think I'm really into heavy makeup, if you can't tell from all my makeup videos, because I practically do the same look. But yeah, I just really like this because it's so subtle, but it does just give you that little bit of colour back. And I have a lot of dry skin on my nose, which is a bit annoying. So to finish off, I'm using this NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in Abu Dhabi? That place. And I'm going to put this lightly over my lips. I'm not going to go full on layer it up and all of that, because I'd like quite a natural looking lip, but I am going to put it on for a little bit of colour. I was actually going to put a lip gloss on, but I actually quite like the look of a matte lip today, so I'm going to stick with that. I haven't really gone for matte lips for a while, so it'll be nice to change things up. But yeah, that is the whole makeup look. I know it wasn't anything extravagant, but I just really wanted to explain my situation and explain why I haven't really been uploading. But I'll be coming back now. I'm all good, and I didn't make this for sympathy or anything. Like, I don't really want people to comment about it either. Like, I just wanted to explain what happened and where I've been, but I don't want people to be like, oh, you okay? Like, all of that. Like, I'm good. We're friends. It's a great situation. Well, it's not a great situation, but there's worse situations to be in. Like, if I'd had a breakup and we were enemies and all of that, I'd probably still be a bit of a wreck. But the fact that I can see us being really good friends and we're still going to be close and like all of that, it's going to be really lovely. So yeah, I'm doing good. I'm looking forward to my future now. Not that I wasn't looking forward to it before, but I can't explain how upset I was last month when I was talking to my friend saying I just feel like I've got no purpose, and now I feel like I can go and do things and get that purpose, get that fulfillment, and then come back and settle down, and I'll feel so much better for it. But if I'd just gone straight for that settling down route, I would not have been happy. Like, I would be happy in the sense I would have those things, but there'd always be this part of me that's like, I wanted to go do that. So yeah, I'm doing good. I'm coming back with the videos. Hopefully they will still be regular. I am obviously looking for a job so I can save up to go to Australia, but that shouldn't get in the way of these videos. I say shouldn't because I am good with time management, but I think sometimes I underestimate how long a YouTube video takes to film and edit, so I kind of work it into my schedule and then I don't allow myself enough time for it, so it kind of just like gets pushed back and pushed back and pushed back. But yeah, I should stay on top of YouTube whilst also having a job. It'll be great. I'm gonna go off to Australia at some point. That's gonna be cool. I'll be coming back, find a nice man, settle down into career. Why am I now like outlining my life? I don't know. This has been me doing my makeup. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you soon. I don't know why I just started outlining my life plan. Also, I would quite like to go traveling with a partner in future. Like, I don't know why I'm now just tagging this on at the end, but yeah, me saying I want to go do Australia solo is something I want to go do now. Like, I couldn't imagine doing that with a partner. Like, that's a experience I want to do alone. I think because at this age relationships are so hit and miss, like, you either are gonna last or you're not. They are the only two options. But like, if I was to do Australia with a partner now, if things went south and we broke up, then that would always taint my memory of Australia. But I want to go do it solo so that I can go and experience it for myself. My connection to people isn't going to taint my experience of it. if that makes any sense. Basically, I don't know why I'm saying this, but I want to go do Australia on my own. Then when I'm older, I'm happy to travel with my partner. Like, I'll probably be in a much better mind state about being with someone, and I'll want to do things with them, but at the moment I want to do things solo. So yeah, that's my life. Thanks for listening. I might write a book one day.